Subtitling work often involves a lot of splitting subtitles or shuffling words around between subtitles and lines. Subtitling Assistant allows you to do that quickly, automatically adjusting cues to the audio itself. Let's take a look at how it works. Take this Easy Titles project. We can see that audio analysis is complete because we have the green ribbon on the timeline. We have this subtitle here that's 5 seconds long, so I want to split it at this word, before and. What we would normally do is find the beginning of that word in the audio,
3 chairs and a carpet, 3 chairs,
and then split. But with intelligent commands, we don't need to do that anymore. Here on the toolbar, we see this robot with a happy face. That means that intelligent commands are on. Instead of finding the word in the audio, I'll just split the subtitle. The default command is Ctrl-Alt-Enter. And done! The split point was chosen automatically. Let's hear it.
I have 1 desk, 3 chairs, and a carpet no cat would have kittens on.
Now let's undo and try again with a different word. For example, before 3 chairs. Let's hear it.
I have 1 desk, 3 chairs, and a carpet no cat would have kittens on.
Same result. Now let's try to split it right after the first word.
I have 1 desk.
Well, now the split wasn't exact. That's because Easy Titles is still respecting the minimum subtitle duration of 20 frames from the project settings, unless you've checked Ignore Minimum Duration in the Split Subtitles options in the Preferences screen. Let's try a different command. Here in the Customize dialog box, we've set Ctrl-Alt-Up arrow to move the first word to the previous subtitle, and Ctrl-Alt-Down arrow to move the last word to the next subtitle. With intelligent commands on, the cues are adjusted automatically. Take a look.
I have 1 desk, 3 chairs, and a carpet no cat would have kittens on. I have 1 desk, 3 chairs, and a carpet no cat would have kittens on.
We can also move entire chunks of text to the next or previous subtitle. Ctrl-Alt- moves everything after the cursor to the next subtitle. With intelligent commands on, the cues are adjusted as well.
I was renting an office above the liquor store.
Shift-Alt- moves everything before the cursor to the previous subtitle. Once again, we can do this with the help of intelligent commands.
I was renting an office above the liquor store at 278 Mercado Street. The rent was $60.
One thing to bear in mind, though, is that even though Easy Titles employs state-of-the-art AI technology to align the text to the audio, these models will be at their best when there's one person speaking at a time with little or no background noise. If there's a lot of background noise or many people talking at the same time, or perhaps not speaking clearly, the intelligent commands may not perform as well, and you might need to adjust the cues manually. In that case, you can still use the regular shortcuts to adjust the cues, and you can also disable intelligent commands to split subtitles the usual way. Just click here on the robot. The smiley face becomes a sad face to indicate that intelligent commands are off. Then you can split subtitles according to your settings, either by PC position or by the number of characters.
It was Thursday, and I was expecting a new customer who had called me earlier.
You can also set a shortcut to toggle intelligent commands. You can find it in the Subtitling Assistant category. Now, suppose you have a situation like this, where 2 sentences were transcribed as a single sentence, or like this, where a single sentence was split into 2. To fix these mistakes quickly, you can use the Split Sentence built-in macro. You can find it under Tools, Macros, Split Sentence. If you place the cursor between 2 words in the same sentence and invoke the macro, Easy Titles will add a full stop to the previous word and capitalize the next word. On the other hand, if you place the cursor after a final punctuation mark, such as full stop, exclamation point, or question mark, Easy Titles will remove the punctuation and make the following letter lowercase, joining the two sentences into one. You can also define a keyboard shortcut for this macro. Just go to Tools, Macros, Edit Macros, then find Split Sentence in the list, click on Edit, and then find the shortcut text box. Type the shortcut you want to use, say Alt-Shift-S, and then click OK to save. Finally, after you've finished editing the subtitles, it's always a good idea to use the Easy Titles Check Subtitles and Fix Subtitles commands, just as you would for human-generated subtitles. In this scenario, we specifically recommend the checks under the Cues in Text and Shot Changes sections.